Hi, good morning. I'm Kenny Hu from Good Feng Shui Group. Thanks to Star Property Awards 2023 for inviting me here to share with you a little bit about new international order from the Good Feng Shui viewpoint. This is my website and also my email. If you have any further questions after this sharing, you may also contact me for any question or any inquiry that you want to know further. This is a little bit about my background for your kind reference. Okay, the title is Good Feng Shui Secret at the New International Order. I'll be explaining a little bit more about what is so-called the New International Order from the Good Feng Shui viewpoint. Firstly, I'll be talking about new Feng Shui trend. We want to know about what's the trend ahead moving forward. For example, in terms of the Feng Shui trend, and also I'll be sharing a little bit touching on the economy outlook. I have to clarify also, I'm not any economist expert or investment expert. However, this is the economy outlook, right? That I'll be sharing is based on the Feng Shui viewpoint for your cross-reference. And I'll be sharing a little bit about the good Feng Shui tips that you can try it out. And 2023 is a double spring year. We always believe that double spring year is a very auspicious year. That in this year, we'll be having 384 days within this lunar year. Everything should be coming in with double rewards. That means in terms of the return, in terms of the harvest, should be doubly. However, after listening to my talk, hopefully every one of us, right, can have more than double. For example, 3 times or 301% gain in this year in all of our undertakings. And in this year, it will be very good for, there'll be a lot of people moving to a new house, get married, plan for a baby. Generally, in this year, those baby being born or being conceived, right? It means a rabbit baby, or the next year will be the dragon baby, will be smart, good looking, beautiful, and also healthy. That's why usually when we come to the years of the rabbit, moving forward into the year of the dragon, there'll be a lot of people who will be moving house, get married, to have baby as well. And then this year will be a year that will be full of sweet love and relationship, because this year there'll be a lot of loving star around. So people tends to like each other very much. So the whole environment in the community generally is actually become more friendlier. Everyone treat each other much better actually. And especially for those born in the year of the ox, the snake, the rooster, and also the pig, this group of person, we tend to believe that they will be having greater chance in buying property, to travel. That also means that when they travel or when they buy a property, they'll be getting better luck as well. Especially those dealing with sales, for example, the real estate agent who are in this group of zodiac, right? We tend to believe that they will be, doing very much better in terms of their sales performance, in terms of the return in this year. So congratulations if your zodiac is one of this group. And especially when we talk about property selection, this is very important. In order to select a property or select a location which will be having greater good feng shui, that will help us to let's say for investment or for own use also, that will bring a better luck for all, especially when a place is having better feng shui. When we select it correctly, that will actually help us. Let's say when we want to rent out, you may find that the people or the tenants, right, tend to be at better quality. They can rent for long term. In terms of rental receipts from them, usually don't have so much of problem. This is what a lot of people are looking for. And when we talk about which are the good places for investment, usually we will be looking at the place which will be having water. For example, places close to the river, waterfront, close to the lake, or close to even the highway. Of course, not too near, otherwise it will be very noisy. Those are the so-called having a lot of qi, like the water qi, that will accumulate a lot more people there to stay there, and also eventually that location to become easier to become booming in terms of future development. So usually when the place is having water, the chances of the place to be in terms of the development to be faster and to be more prosperous as well. So water is very important in terms of the feng shui. And of course, a place which is having mountain as well to be much more better. When a place is having mountain and also having water, this is yin and yang, very balanced. Usually people living near to the mountain area to have more family members. People living close to the water area, for example, close to the sea, close to the river, close to the lake. Usually the families will be, having a greater luck in terms of business and also wealth creation and also wealth accumulation. And we are, in fact, because of the rules and regulation as well, the water retention pond or the OSD tank is very important. So a lot of developers also take the opportunity, maybe they engage some function master to analyze and to give suggestion to turn the water pond or the OSD tank or the water retention pond to make it like having a very good feng shui feature that will also bring greater luck, greater qi to the whole environment, to the whole development project as well, because it's able to, the water or at the lake or at the river or at the creek will be easier to accumulate better qi, the good qi. So usually places having beautiful water will be having greater luck, can bring greater good qi to the residents, to the business owners over there. And eventually the place to become booming and also a lot more population, a lot more people staying there. So it can develop into like, for example, from residential area to become a business area and become like a city, very, very booming. And in terms of feng shui, when the elements is balanced, for example, a place is having mountain, hills, having water elements, the elements are all in a very balanced state. That will actually attract a lot of noble people. Noble people means those higher grade in terms of the knowledge, in terms of the capabilities, in terms of the quality to be better. So they will attract a lot of these kind of people to stay there that can actually bring or, further activate the location to become better. And these are the so-called the noble people. And life path having cycles. In fact, the place is also having a cycle as well. For example, feng shui keep on changing. In terms of the feng shui, the basic feng shui cycle, actually we have this 20-year cycle. This is a basic feng shui cycle. For example, right now we are living in the final year of the current period 20-year cycle, which started from year 2004 until 2023. So by entering, when we enter to the year of 2024, we will be entering to a brand new 20-year cycle, which is period number 9. Period number 9, in terms of the feng shui element, is a fire element. So which is also will be helping or boosting the property luck as well. And feng shui keep on changing over the past many years. For example, over the past 5 or 6 years, for example, especially after 2017, after 2017, right, the year of 2017 onwards, we have been seeing a lot of things seems to be happening in a very messy way. A lot of people are very concerned about this, and some are very worrying about the future. For example, over the past few years, right, either locally or internationally, there have been a lot of things happening. A lot of people are worrying. When we enter from, for example, from now into year 2024, Will the market situation to be better or to be worse? Actually, we are seeing this kind of so-called messy kind of situation simply because we are now in the transition period of feng shui period number 8 into period number 9. This is actually is a cross junction. It looks messy. Actually, it's a turning. Actually is a changing of the feng shui cycle. Eventually, everything will be stabilized because the feng shui period 9 will be even much more auspicious comparing to feng shui period cycle number 8. And 20 years is just a minor cycle. Basically, the big cycle is the 9 feng shui period, which is actually 180 years. Every 180 years, there'll be a big change. According to some of the scholars or some of this some other researcher also did some so-called research. They also find that every 200 years there'll be some big change in the new international order or the new world order. And basically, from the good feng shui viewpoint, every 180 years there'll be a great or grand cycle, like coming into a grand quantum shift. A lot of things to be changed from one phase to another, coming to the newer phase, for example, in terms of technology, in terms of economy, in terms of politics, in terms of many things. Even people's way of life also start to change to another new cycle. That's why a lot of people may ask, 180 years started from when? And then when will be the new cycle coming in? That I will be explaining from the good feng shui viewpoint. Firstly, based on the good feng shui viewpoint, the current this is actually the final year of the cycle. The current cycle, current international order actually started from 1840. So after adding 180 years, right, from 1840, 2020 was actually the beginning of the new international order. Actually, that's the beginning. And based on the feng shui cycle as well, 2024 will be entering to a brand new period 9 feng shui cycle as well. And also happened because of the pandemic, right? And recently we have been hearing people talking about the Great Reset. The Great Reset happened in 2020, 180 years ago, when the Opium War happened in China. There was another Great Reset as well. If you study the history, 1840 actually is the cutover point in between the ancient China and also the modern China. That's why when we do the feng shui calculation, it's based on this 180 years that we calculate from 1840. So that also means that by entering to 2020 and also moving forward to 2024, we will be entering to we are into a new international order. In fact, from 2017, the period 9 feng shui qi already started to give the influence, because the crossover or the changeover is actually not digitally divided. It's actually like analog. It doesn't mean that we need to wait until 2024, then everything will change. In fact, from the middle of 2017, the period 9 feng shui qi already started to give influence because of the crossover of the period 8 cycle and also period 9 cycle is a mixture. That is why we can explain from around middle of 2017 until lately, the whole world or even locally has been having, we are seeing a kind of like very messy kind of situation actually. However, moving forward, when we come into feng shui period number 9, that will be actually better in many ways. I'll be explaining further. And based on this, we can also analyze the dragon wind. How's the dragon winds moving? Dragon winds actually means that the qi, the flow of the qi actually flow from the highest mountain in the world. That's the Himalaya area. And when we entering to the period number 9 cycle, actually the qi moving towards the northern area and also the southern area of Himalaya area is to become more prominent. And also the qi or the area covered by this set of qi will be better. That also means that Malaysia and also Southeast Asia generally will be much more better. The northern of China, for example, Russia, in this region, southern of China, including India, will be very much better as well. So we in Southeast Asia, in Malaysia, when we move into the feng shui period number 9, will be very, very much better in terms of economy, social, and also in many, many ways. This is what we're hoping. Generally, we'll be enjoying the good qi for the next 20 years, especially from 2024 onwards. This is actually a very good news. And we are seeing a lot of good development actually after the pandemic. Of course, during the pandemic, 2020, 2021, 2022 were a little bit messy, make a lot of people become very worried. However, after entering to 2023, in last year, a lot of people were still looking at 2023 very, very negatively. However, when we are now in the mid of April right now, we are seeing a lot more positivity actually in terms of economy. We should be seeing a lot of recovery, especially after entering to this June onwards, especially when we're moving into September onwards, the recovery should be better. So there'll be a lot more opportunities also. So that also means that in this new international order, we will be enjoying, or it opens us to another new set of 180-year cycle. That also means that from now on, actually, we will be having actually 40 years of the good opportunities. So this is actually the beginning of the more wonderful era. This is actually, we do not need to worry much, because period number 9 and also period number 1 cycle, period number 1 will be starting from 2044 until 2063. In these 40 years, is not only 20 years, actually 40 years will be better, especially for the Asian region, especially for the Southeast Asia region. So this is very good for us. And this is the reason why I named this year as the year of changeover. There will be a lot of things to be changed over. So we need to look out for new opportunities before we'll be, well, a lot of people may be phased out or changed by others or replaced by others. If we are not ready, we cannot adapt to the changes. So the keyword is T. This is a Chinese word, means changeover. However, when we moving forward, moving into feng shui period number 9, that will be a better new international order in terms of working together, in terms of social economy, everything to be better. So there will be a lot of changes, a lot of replacement, and also there'll be a lot of new opportunities starting from this year, and also moving into, when we move into a period number 9 as well. And based on the 八字 analysis, in this year 2023, this is actually the birth chart of the water rabbit year. The water rabbit year started on the February the 4th at about 10:43 a.m. or 10:44 a.m. Based on the elements, right, we tend to believe that, or we've observed that in this year, the wealth star are prominent. What does it mean? That means in this year, everyone should be having a lot of good opportunities. When we, invest our effort, we should be receiving the harvest effectively. However, in this year, because of the water element is a little bit weak, so the key point is we must strengthen the water element in order to be benefited or benefit from the prominent wealth star that can bring about a lot of good opportunity, good result, and good harvest for us into our business, into our day-to-day life. So there'll be some of the good feng shui tips that we're sharing with you in the next few slides, which can help us to further enhance our so-called our qi, our energy, to be able to resonate with the good qi, then can attract a lot more positive good luck to us as well. And the first tips that I would like to share with you is how to enhance our luck easily. Firstly, we may use more blue color plus gold color. It's a mixture actually. These are the colors. This combination of color actually is the good feng shui lucky color for the year. We can use it in terms of use how. For example, we can use in terms of our, I mean, day-to-day life. For example, in terms of our clothing, in terms of our product packaging, branding. When we want to go for important meetings, we can purposely, for example, to wear the shirt or maybe with the accessories which are in blue and also a mixture of blue and also blue gold color. This is the lucky color of the year for year 2023. You may try it. Right? This is actually can help us to attract a lot more noble people coming towards us and a lot more good partners, a lot more better customers for us. And we also foresee that because period number 9 is coming, the number 9, the digit 9 will be more, I mean, liked by a lot of people. For example, during period number 8, a lot of people likes the digit 8 for example, for their car plate number, house number, right? However, when we enter to period number 9, number 9, this digit, right, or the combination of the this digit 9 will be, I mean, liked very much by a lot of people. So we'll be seeing all these trends. This is actually the trend in terms of people do for the branding, packaging, for corporate identity, and so on and so forth. For your kind of reference, based on the good feng shui analysis, based on the Qua, the yearly Qua, and also the yearly Pa Zi, these are some of the information that I would like to share with you. For example, in terms of economy, in terms of many ways, right? There will be some of the months which will be a little bit challenging. For example, the past few months, February, May will be challenging. We tend to believe that May, maybe in terms of the market situation, worldwide, there will be maybe more challenging news, more challenges. However, do not need to worry much because only May, for example, from early May until early June only, there'll be, for example, some of the challenges in terms of market situations, in terms of safety. We just need to take extra care and we do not need to worry much, and also try to avoid making major decisions in terms of business, in terms of anything, investment, and so on and so forth, right? In the challenging month, we try to avoid making any kind of so-called critical or important decisions. For example, other challenging months, including July, August, November. Challenging means when we open up newspaper, read news from the internet, or we watch TV, there will be more challenging, or maybe some of the news and some events may be a little bit disturbing. However, those good months, right? For example, January, which over already. Because this slide, this information actually I prepared in last October, so I did not want to change anything. January was quite a good month. So after that, moving into June, there will be a lot more good news. So the good news not only locally, however, we will be also seeing a lot of good news to be worldwide also. So everything to be better. There will be a lot more good news, and especially when we move into September onwards. September in terms of market situation, in terms of many things. There'll be a lot of so-called good things to be seen, to be experienced by a lot of people. And also moving into October and also towards the end of the year or early next year, everything should be going into much more positive way in terms of economy as well. Generally from early August until December, the world market situation to be more stable and also progressive, especially those industry or product and services related to the metal and also water related to be more progressive and also to be more the performance to be much more better. And in terms of the region, especially from this year onwards, right, and also when we move into the period number 9, the region to be much more better, especially towards the southern part of China, for example, Southeast Asia, India, Middle East, and also, for example, northern part will also be good. For example, Russia area to be better in terms of economy recovery. In this region to be much more better, we will see a lot more progressive development, especially towards the southern part of Asia, for example, Southeast Asia, including Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Middle East, it will become like a very big economy entity, which will give a lot more better benefits to the people living in this area, and also to give a lot more to bring a lot more good development in terms of economy to the world as well. However, in this year, based on our analysis, right, it will be a little bit unfavorable in the Western region. For example, we tend to believe that, for example, the Western country, for example, Europe, US, in terms of the economic recovery, will be a little bit slower comparing to the Asian region. For your kind of reference. And in terms of the industry, we can also look at it from our good feng shui viewpoint. We can subcategorize each industry can be categorized into different elements, for example, matter element, water element, and so on and so forth. And the most promising industry in the year of 2023 until the early 2024 are the tourism. We are seeing a lot of people starting to do, for example, local overseas traveling. So traveling, hotel industries, logistics will continue to do very much better in the year of 2023 onwards, comparing to year 2020, 2021. Most of the industry like being shut down, can't move on effectively actually. However, in this year, in this especially in the tourism, in the hotel industry, traveling to be very, very much better. So in terms of the business performance will be very good. And the other very good industries in the year of 2023 and are including the banking and finance, steel and copper. We foresee that the prices of steel and copper products are to increase. There'll be a lot of people changing cars as well. There'll be a lot of various models with higher technology to be launched, to be introduced to the market. A lot of people will be changing car. Insurance, those people dealing with the insurance industry will continue to do very well. Crypto will continue to do well. We also foresee that the prices of gold to increase in this year. Security, not only physical security, the internet security will be in greater demand. The businesses to be doing very well. Politics, there'll be a lot more so-called opportunities in terms of politics as well. For your kind of reference, there will be some industry to be having more changes simply because of the market situations, or there'll be more competition, new rules, new uncertainties, some of the new restrictions. So in this group of those industry players, right, they need to adapt to various kind of changes, maybe some new rules, new regulations in terms of in their system, in their business systems, which include the banking and finance, e-commerce, the legal industries, and also the crypto-related industries. Because these are the metal-related industries. And the wood elements to be doing very well, especially for Malaysia. Wood, including, for example, rubber, palm oil, furniture related. These are the industries which can contribute a lot of wealth to the country and to the people locally in Malaysia. This industry to be doing very well. These are the wood-related industries. For example, medical related, especially those relating to the higher tech medical industries to be doing well. And ESG related, those talents or experts dealing with the ESG environment or ESG industry to be doing very well. Education to be doing very well. There'll be a lot of opportunity as well. The palm oil, we expect the prices for palm oil will increase. The prices of rubber will be increased also. And also vegetable, fruits, durians, all these the prices will also increase for your kind of reference. And these industries, this is considered the fire-related industry, is in the dilemma actually, because there are a lot of so-called the uncertainties in these industries. For example, especially the high technology, IT, telecommunication industries, there'll be a lot of newer technologies, newer products which can replace the current industry and also the products. So energy, for example, petrol prices, we don't expect the prices to be very high in this year. However, some of the recyclable, reusable energy to be having a lot of, greater opportunities in this year. And Earth-related, this industry relating to the property sector is into a transformation stage. What does it mean? It means in this year, there will still be a buyer's market. Actually, it's the best timing to buy property now. There'll be a lot of choices. The interest rate, we foresee that it will not go very high. There'll be a lot of people are more willingly to borrow money from the bank to help them to invest or to buy property in this year. And also the prices, especially towards the first half of the year, are still okay. A lot of people want to go into the property market to buy simply because of the inflation. Actually, the prices of properties will not be going low anymore. Especially when we move into the second half of the year, the prices of property will increase. There will be no more such kind of rebates as like last year. And especially the regions or the places towards the southern or northern part of Kuala Lumpur will be in greater demand because these are the area to be having faster developments. And in East Malaysia, in the East Coast also will be having greater property development opportunities simply because there will be more infrastructure projects over there. So including Sabah, Sarawak, Kuantan area, Pahang, East Coast of Peninsula to be having a lot more opportunities. However, nowadays, right, especially after the pandemic, the buyers' habits actually change. Especially people are looking at more lifestyle residential. That means residential or even business area to have more lifestyle. And a lot of people are also looking at agricultural land and also industrial lots, not only limited to the residential areas. We foresee that in this year there will be more transactions in terms of the property sector. So when we want to, let's say, how to select a good property with good feng shui, actually it can help us in terms of for future investment, for renting out to be easier as well. A lot of people may ask, when we come to this period, feng shui period number 9, how is there any specific way or special way to activate the qi so that we can resonate with the good qi for period 9 can last for 20 years? Some suggestion that we have heard of, for example, to change the roof, to let the sunlight to be exposed to the sunlight for a few days, or change the door. These are some of the so-called the traditional feng shui way, where it's not so easy to follow. Actually, the easiest way is actually the water technique. Actually, especially when we want to select houses, especially when we enter the period number 9 feng shui cycle, houses facing to the north and south are very much liked by a lot of people, simply because the houses facing to the north and south to have greater chance or easier to capture the good qi, especially when we move into feng shui period number 9. And of course, feng shui technique, there's a technique which is called a water technique, can be used to further enhance the period number 9 feng shui qi as well. This is for your kind reference. And a lot of people nowadays, right, when they are looking for new property, a lot of people may want to know whether the property or the new houses or the new business or the factory outlets are facing to any water element. When a place is, for example, a factory or a house faces to the water element, for example, to which is riverfront, waterfront, lakefront, this is very good, especially when the water is located in the north, will be enhancing the business performance, the wealth creation, and also the wealth accumulation. When the water is located in the south, actually, it's also good as well. It can enhance, for example, in terms of the health, in terms of the population, in terms of the human resources. This can attract a lot more noble people, I mean, for their business, or even can create a lot more better descendants for the family. And especially in this year, the grand wealth sectors are located in the north and south. So we can purposely try to spend more time, for example, inside the house, within the four wall, we reference from the center. The north and south are the grand wealth sector, Choi Wai. So firstly, we must make sure these two sectors are always must be neat and tidy, clean, bright, airy. For example, should there be any empty room in the house or in the office which are not used, actually can purposely turn into like an office area, a discussion area, or a study area, so that we can spend more time there to do our work. Then it can help to enhance in terms of the business performances, and also for better wealth creation and also wealth accumulation. So the north and south are the very, very important sector in this year, from now until February the 3rd, 2024. So you may also try to put some, for example, decorative items to redesign it, to decorate it, to be like having a lot more positive energy, a better ambience, which can actually further activate the business slug as well. From when we enter the period number 9, Feng Shui period number 9, especially from next year, 2024 onwards, actually it already started from 2017 July onwards, the good qis are being accumulated towards the southern region and also the southeast region of the in the Asian continent, and especially Malaysia. We foresee that Malaysia will progress very much better from this year onwards, and then for the next many years. And there'll be a lot of new investor coming in, can also further activate the business and also the economy in this region, especially for Malaysia as well. And especially for Malaysia, the good qi will be keep on accumulating and well protected by the Indonesians, Java and Sumatra Island. And that also means that, especially in this coming Feng Shui period number 9, all the good qi will be well protected and kept in this area for the benefits of all. So we should actually capture all the opportunities. And we tend to believe that Malaysia, which is having very good Feng Shui features, especially right now, we are on the good track. So we should keep on creating and also find more opportunities. So generally, Malaysia is having very good Feng Shui elements. So we tend to believe that in terms of economy, in terms of many ways, to be much more better. And that's a little bit sharing about in this session. So I wish everyone to be able to capture a lot more new opportunities, especially when we move into the new international order. So you may also go to my website or my Facebook to take a look. Okay, thank you very much for your time, and I wish everyone good health, good wealth, and also good Feng Shui. Thank you very much.